Steiny and Guru joined by Dibs and Willard. It is the crossover.
Hey.
What's up, gents?
They're both wet. They're both wet.
Those hosts are wet.
Totally.
Yeah. It's
Walking in the rain,
hey,
or is
everybody,
it singing in the rain?
Singing,
Okay.
but whatever it is, please just go slow,
Dude,
everybody.
slinging in the rain.
Everybody's listening.
Made about $200 in the walkover.
It is crazy. It is
Old school.
crazy out there.
Thank
Jones.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I saw you.
Can I
And
start?
him.
Look at this dude.
Dude, never cease. Someday. And I told him, someday I will cease to be amazed.
I know. I'm like, stop being
What friend was
surprised.
it, though? He had to have that one friend that just
dude.
with hip-hop hair.
No.
No, because he talks about his
I was that
British friend.
I was that friend.
And every
Yeah,
picture
not
I
that
see
guy.
of him and his high school buddies, it's
Oh, God.
yeah.
Oh, God.
It's like white lines. Dude, again.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Will.
he
Well,
has
let's
that one
ask
friend.
Steiny about
There's
his.
no doubt.
He went to his dad's homecoming. Before I get into what happened to me last night as a father and as a man,
Oh,
dude.
we'll have Steiny start, or if you want me to start, Steiny, I want.
I don't have anything to say.
He doesn't want to share.
know.
He doesn't
I'm
wanna
gonna
share.
I'm a pride out of him. But last night, here we go. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think you guys know who I am at my core.
Sure.
I love my family. My son turned 20 yesterday, Lil D.
20.
Saw that.
Yeah, we go to a Brazilian restaurant.
Fogo de Chao.
Okay,
Oh,
and
you did? You went,
yeah, we had 12 people in the party. I told Evan
Love
and
it.
Steiny
I like
this.
Fogo. They
Okay.
walk up. It's like,
No,
can I
dude.
break you off a couple
No
of
doubt.
these? Give me
But it's
two
too
of
much.
those.
But
Yeah.
here I go. Here I go. So I love my brother-in-law swimming in cash. Big deal at
Obama.
Obama at
Yeah.
Dignity Health. Big
Okay.
time. Okay, so he wrote. So I love my family. So it's 12 of us, 9 adults, 3 kids, and my wife hands me the bill when it's over. Now we're here for little Daryl's birthday party. We're all on the text thread. Okay. And you know this is not who I am at heart, but I just got to ask this as a dad and a man. The check comes. We're having a great time. I tell the wife, hand me the thing.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I was getting my son, my wife, and myself.
Oh, shoot.
So I had a dollar
snap.
amount about,
Yeah,
I'm feeling
yeah.
good. Things
Yeah.
linking up a little bit.
And for 12 of you, it's probably about
4 times as more.
like
Of course.
370,
Yeah,
right?
went over the
Yeah.
rack range. So I'm sitting there like, and everybody's just talking, and I wanted to say, hey, stop everything. Where's the... So I came in
Stop
today.
what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin.
Your
Am I
bank
being,
account.
I don't want to say ghetto. Am I acting classless?
Okay.
We threw a party for we invited him. It wasn't no
Yeah.
flyer that went out.
Yeah, I hate
I got
hate
3
to,
words
but
for
I'm
you.
Well, but I hate to answer.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Well, that would have been one idea. I want to
yeah.
answer your question with a
Man.
question.
Okay.
How
That's
did
veteran.
this party come together?
The wife put on a thread like we always do for everybody's birthday.
And
Come out
said-
and
and said
celebrate
what?
Daryl's birthday with us and
Okay.
everybody. So I love my family. They're not listed. They better not be. But it never went down like, oh, one check, I got it. So I had it and I looked at the thing and
Oh, brother.
but anyway, I took
So
care.
when Milan had
That
her
one's
birthday,
tough. That one's
your
tough.
lovely daughter,
Yeah.
and you had the same sort of
Everybody
setting.
got theirs, Dibs.
Everybody got their own.
Yeah, I'm with
See, but the reason
It
it's-
wasn't no math yesterday.
Yeah, it's fuzzy math.
I was like-
It's like the reason it's fuzzy is because he's turning 20. Like
Or did it? Is it
on
because we
Sunday,
invited the people?
No, but that's the thing. Like if if I had said, like, what if it was one of us? Hey, like Dibs thinks that we're supposed to
never
celebrate
would've
a
went
half
to your
birthday.
thing, yeah,
Right.
and thought
If
that
I
I
had
was
wait
not
for
going
my
to pay.
present.
If we had said we're all going out tonight,
Yeah.
like but I was the coordinator, like, hey, my partner is 55 and a half,
right.
and we all wanted
you.
we
Yeah.
would like to have an inebriation sensation.
That's a buck.
I'd like to invite all of you to get inebriated with us
Cha-ching.
this
That's
Friday
all
night.
right.
If I had done that, none of you think I'm buying
No, I'm with you.
because
That's
he's
my
an
opinion.
adult. Like it now on Sunday, my son turned
some ways.
10. Now, if I invite all of his friends, even if I said to some of the parents, come, no, he wanted to do bowling.
That's
Come
different.
bowling
Yeah,
with it.
yeah, no,
That's
yeah,
my
I
check.
got you, I got you.
That's my check.
And
He's
my
10.
family would have paid, but
So
they
he's
did last
20.
night.
This one,
It's
I
a
don't,
tweener.
I don't know if I know
It's
the
tweener
firm
country.
answer here. I don't
There
know.
I told Steiny there was no flyer that said
Right.
We
You
got
didn't
it.
have a paperless post.
Is your boy bleeding?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's leaking.
Oh,
as
boy.
the old,
Don't you hate it on a payday Friday when
Oh,
you get
it
to
was
Monday and
good.
you're like, where'd it
Every
go?
time you
Yeah.
thought you got some good news.
Where'd
man.
it go?
Another
Everyone
12 days
celebrated
away.
payday.
Yeah, 12 days away.
Where'd it go?
That's a
Yeah,
tough one,
yeah.
too. And it's complicated by the fact that your brother-in-law, and I met the
Oh,
man.
swimming in bread.
And lovely home, and he's got his own. He's got the man cave up top. You got the pool in the back, and what he did for Milan's
Yeah, no
graduation.
doubt, no-
and I don't know
okay.
I don't know if he provided all that, but is he going to be the one who has to continually move the chains?
Oh, no.
on
Okay.
third
Well, you
down?
got me there. No, I
Yeah.
hear you. And
So-
they did do all that themselves.
They did,
Yeah.
and he's a nice man,
Yeah.
and I met all your family, and I felt like an honorary Johnson, and I still kind of do. So I do feel like, though, in this moment, you got to take that
Yeah,
one.
no doubt.
But if I
shame
were-
on me for not even thinking.
no,
that.
but if I was you and I got the check and I got the bill, I definitely would have used all 24 seconds of the shot
I
clock.
wanted to go to the
And I-
bathroom.
No,
and
go to the
bring a waiter
bathroom.
over.
That's the play.
Hey,
That's the play. When you see the
Dean
waiter
Smith,
go to the
4
computer,
quarters.
you see the waiter go to the
Yeah.
computer, and he's like, bop, 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 bop. You're like, hey, I got to, I'll be right back.
Never in a million
Got to go to the
years.
restroom, and you come back
Never.
and see what's happening.
Kim
see,
loves
if it's
telling me,
still
come
sitting
on,
there.
Goo. But yeah, I
and you
know.
say,
yeah.
you say
You
it a
did,
little bit
right?
loud before you.
Yeah.
You did. You paid it. You
Yeah.
paid it.
And you
Oh,
say
you're
boy.
just limping.
before
You're
you
limping
stand
today.
up, you say, before I pay this bill myself, self, I'm going to use the restroom, room, and hope that
Mickey
maybe
Mouse.
Obama, throws you a little under the table. But
Good
You
Lord.
guys want to play a little game?
I would love
I
to.
love
Steiny.
games.
So I looked at my email, and apparently they have announced the 5 inductees to the Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame.
Oh.
Bayshoff.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you know these guys, you know who 5 people got
I know a
inducted.
few of them.
Oh, okay.
One of
So I
them
was saying-
is.
I have the email.
I was going to
I
describe.
I haven't seen the email.
Okay, I'm going to
Okay,
describe.
yeah, I won't open the email.
Okay.
I got the email. Yeah.
All right. The first person inducted, I played for the Sharks.
Go Sharks.
That's it?
Yeah, it's your clue.
Sure.
He's the,
Brzezinski.
he's the greatest
Okay.
shark in San Jose Sharks history.
Okay. Oh, you already know?
No,
I saw the
Yeah, who
email,
is
so
it?
I
You
know
saw
his
it.
name.
Okay,
Yes.
so who is it?
I'm done.
I'll go Thornton.
Patrick Marlowe.
Patrick Marlowe.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy was the best GM in the Bay Area before other teams started winning titles. This is my
Before?
favorite GM in the last 25 years in the Bay Area.
Wait, but when you say before other teams started winning titles,
Carmen Pollak.
what do you mean?
I mean,
It's a great answer.
he won.
He's
That
already.
was the first name.
He won, and then a couple, and then the 49, and then the Giant, and then the Warriors.
So this is pre-2010.
about 2010.
Was he part of
wasn't.
any of these
No, but he
or
was
no?
he was better than whoever. Who was the GM in 2010?
Sabian.
That's who it is.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Big.
that's why
Okay.
I was confused.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, is
He was the architect,
Is he a part of
yeah.
it or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice Sabian.
Some could make a case that this next former 49er was the second best receiver
Terrell
of his time.
Owens.
No.
Good guess, though.
Was the second
Great guess.
best receiver
Second best
at
receiver.
a time when they had the best receiver in football.
John Taylor.
John Taylor.
Taylor.
John
Wow,
Taylor.
good for JT.
One of the greatest catches in Niner history.
Yep.
The fourth one is swimming. Woman swimmer.
Oh,
Jenny Thompson.
yeah. I wouldn't
Wow.
have got that.
Congrats.
I wouldn't have got that.
Stanford, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look at Dibs.
Very well may could be.
Yeah.
Then last,
Yeah.
I want this.
My
one.
guy.
this guy had an opportunity. I shouldn't do this. On the biggest stage.
Don't do that.
Kyle Shanahan.
No. Don't
let
do that.
Dibs take it
You know
from here.
what? For you to go there is
Uh-oh,
so
Willard,
disrespectful.
I'm trying to read this.
This guy did something in one of my greatest moments in my career.
Jared Goff.
The fact that that was one of my low moments, but it's turned into a funny bit. This next inductee delivered a moment that I was there for that launched me into a career that won me an Emmy.
Oh,
Later-
is this a soccer thing?
Later,
It's a soccer thing.
Yeah.
he would have a point blank shot.
Again, for you to minimize his career like this is
Boy.
It's like me talking about that one game where you got pulled out when you were a sophomore because you were whizzing down your leg because the inner city kid was picking you up.
Tony
full
Jenkins.
Court. Thank you. You couldn't get the ball across half
No, I
court.
couldn't.
Tony Jenkins locked you down.
Jenkins. It was Jenkins.
Whatever.
That guy's name, I know who you're talking
Chris
about.
Wondolowski.
Wando, right? Yeah.
He's talking about the all-time leading scorer in MLS history. So would you talk about Pete Rose like this? You wouldn't.
Pete.
Oh, Pete one time made a gambling mistake and got caught? You wouldn't. You've had Pete on, and all you've done is suck up to him. You've suckled at Pete's
There is absolutely no doubt that if I were to ever meet Chris Wondolowski, I would never bring that up.
So you bring it up behind his back.
Yeah,
You're
stick
gutless.
it to him.
Dibs, do you know where this is held? I should know, but do you know where this is held?
It's
This
usually in the
event?
city. Yeah,
Like
I've
the
been there a
Hyatt
couple
or something.
times.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Hyatt Regency in Barcadero.
Wow,
Yeah,
okay.
there you go.
Exactly.
It's fantastic. Fantastic. And, Wando, hardscrabble, upbringing, not necessarily economically, but played at De La Salle, went to Chico State, couldn't really make the
Wildcats.
team,
He was a grinder,
finally made it.
but he was better than a grinder.
He got sent to Houston. He wasn't really making any headway, and then he had a couple of good seasons, and next thing you know, he was absolutely unstoppable. And yes, he made it to the U.S. national team, and he played in the World Cup. This kid from De La Salle, he went all the way from Chico State, and he made it to the national team. And yes,
Man.
he had a moment against Belgium where the U.S. was about to pull off the biggest upset
Steiny's
since they
back.
beat
Yeah.
England 65 years earlier. And yes, the ball was at his foot, and he was on the doorstep of absolute greatness, and he did not come through.
What do we
In
call
that one
Guru, what do we call
moment.
players like that?
What do we call
What do
it?
you call players like that?
We call him opportunistic.
He wanted me to say so.
Yeah.
You're listening to 95.7 The Game,
Of course.
KGMZ FM, in HD1
I
San
won't stand
Francisco.
for it.
Always live on the free Odyssey app, Twitch, and YouTube. Powered by First NorCal Credit Union. Wondolowski's the thing. He was a grinder, but he was really good, but he still outworked most people.
Of course.
Yeah, he was-
and
he was-
if we
he was-
think about, who was the Georgetown kid who threw the ball to James
Freddie
Gordon?
Brown.
Oh,
Thank you.
man,
I was going to
look
say
at-
Larry Brown, but I know it wasn't Larry Brown. Freddie Brown. Chris Webber. I think Chris Webber would be a good call
that's a
for
good call.
Chris Wondolowski.
That's not a bad call at all.
Because we think about Chris
Yep.
Webber, you don't think about 20,000 points in the NBA or an unbelievable career and all the rest of it. We think about timeout.
Man.
Exactly. So.
And his bench was right there.
Who,
he never threw anybody under the bus.
What'd you do to Drew Down on the YouTube chat?
Why? What happened?
He's just been killing Goo today.
He like the
No,
Guru.
Man,
Guru
He's
throws
like the
down.
nicest listener we have.
He's-
Guru
man.
throws a party at his house and has a donation jar when he
Oh, boy.
get in the
It wasn't
Untrue, I was
Drew
there.
is my guy. I followed him.
I was the one
That's
staff
my
member
guy.
who
Wow.
drove out there to
He
Sacramento.
said sorry for my loss in regard to the bill. Drew
yeah,
down.
it's tough
Yeah.
break.
Yeah.
It's tough break.
It's all
Yeah.
good.
I mean,
But if they heard
listen,
this clip, I probably would be
they wouldn't be
They'd be
happy.
like, "Whoa, brother!"
But that's life.
Is there a
Like,
GoFundMe for your?
oh boy,
Not a bad idea.
I mean, if you haven't walked out of a restaurant upset at the way that your meal mates handled it,
Okay.
you haven't started adulthood yet.
True.
Like that's the way it is. There's credit card roulette, stupid
boy.
games, and people play. Like, come on, the whole thing is it's impossible. There's no way to navigate it.
Yeah.
So you're gonna walk with. Sometimes you're gonna take the L.
Yep.
You just hope that your L's aren't real expensive.
I could have
Sounds
paid
like
money to watch the All-Star game.
You
bro.
could.
That would be a bigger L.
That would have been a mistake.
What's going on?
Well,
here? What
and
are we-
It's
I was
coming
telling-
here next year, guys.
Yeah, and I was telling Mark, there's two ways to go. Either you put a pillow over Grandpa's face,
oh my!
and you say
I
night
hate
night.
his
Dude,
analogy is just
I'm
way
in a
too
bad
dark
mood.
for me.
What happened?
Like
there?
the
We
week-
talked about bad movies today.
The-
Gruesome movies.
Like we are,
and that.
we're literally 2 minutes into our time slot this
pillow
week.
over
And you're already
Frank.
talking about euthanasia.
Are you familiar
It's like,
with
for
Dr.
God's sakes.
Kevorkian?
Yes, I am.
Is the-
and I like to keep him off my show.
Is the
Like,
rest in peace,
I mean,
Dr. K?
90, my
Is-
boy with pillow.
Is the NBA All-Star game? Is it or is it not?
Oh,
is it dying?
I tweeted it's dead.
Is
died.
it okay?
Yeah.
If it's dying and it needs either to be euthanized or given a shot of life, you have two choices. One is, sorry, Grandpa, night night. Here's a pillow. The other choice is to make it go full rock and jock. You remember the rock and jock game?
It was
Absolutely.
the greatest.
So what did we see? You didn't watch it, Steiny, so I'll leave you out of this. But you had
MTV.
Dame shooting from 35. You make that worth 4. Dame from 45. You make that worth 5. Anything beyond half court, make that worth 6. Let's make this game
But I'm
as
not hearing
ridiculous.
anything about. Okay. all
Let's
right.
make this
Well, you're
game as
trolling now,
ridiculous.
Dibs.
No, I'm
It's
being
about
serious.
effort.
No, he's not.
about
Let's make this
effort.
game
It's
as
not
ridiculous
can I-
as they are making it.
Can I give a different perspective to what you just said, Goo? It's not about effort, in my opinion. I actually would be offended as a fan if you're going to offer me load management during the season and then you show up to the All-Star game and try. That would piss me off.
Man.
Right?
That would like literally.
Kawhi Leonard, a
you're
ductor strain.
You're
last
going to
week.
give me
He played?
on Tuesday night and Charlotte's in town. That's not good enough for you. But you're going to come out and turn your ankle in the All-Star game. I would be livid. So I don't think that the answer is just try, because that's not going to happen. There's we're literally twisting these guys' arms. We got the in-season tournament, which is like $500,000. We are begging them to try, and now in a game that doesn't matter, we're upset that they're not trying. They're not going to. They're not. So it's either. I agree with you on that form.
Make it more ridiculous.
It's either fix it or kill it. But the whole
close,
idea
man.
of just make them try,
But they used to try to a degree.
But there's a lot of used tos.
Wow.
There's thousands of used tos.
Well, back in the day,
you
they
used to be
actually
able to take
used
the
to
quarterback's head off. You used to be able to do that. Now you can't.
Look at the All-Star game in the 60s. It was like 89 to 84. And it was a good old-fashioned ball game.
I'm trying to get off. Why did you have to stick it to me about me? You think I don't know Rock and Jock? If they were to re-implement Rock and Jock as an all-star, you think they'd bring back Dan Cortese?
Okay, it's Cortez.
Cortez.
He was great.
Somebody texted me his name.
Fun fact that you'll like, Steiny. Greg Willard, may he rest in peace.
No.
Reffed Rock and Jock one year. It's like the
No
greatest
way.
moment of my childhood. I was a
Were you
kid.
there, too, or you
no, I
just
wasn't
watching
there,
on
but
TV?
watching on TV.
Well, that's a tough assignment.
And there's Dan Cortese hanging out with my cousin on TV. I'm like, oh my God, Bill Bellamy? What's happening right now? This is incredible.
My suggestion was a little like that, but different. I said, you implement maybe a 4-point shot and a 5-point shot, but they only are worth 4 and 5. They only count for that much if you're losing. So let's say you get down 50 to 40. Then you take
Halfway through the first quarter.
Then you take a 5-point shot, it goes in. It's 50-45. But if the other team makes one from out there and they're up, it's still only 3. See what I'm saying?
I get that. That's actually not bad. It's not bad. I
The
think that you
best
should-
idea
yeah.
that we heard,
Here we go.
as far as I'm concerned.
No, I hated it.
I'm saying
But
it.
go ahead.
I haven't heard it. I haven't heard it. Hit
No,
me.
Deal.
well, I'm gonna turn the heat up. Go ahead.
there would
No, don't. Please don't.
Is he
Don't
turning it
actually
up?
turn the heat up.
No, it's freezing in here. I'm gonna
to
be like Steiny and just walk out if there's something I don't like.
Twice. Yeah.
You'd have to-
Kinda like
You
it.
need a bag. You have to. You got to have a bag.
You'd have
There we go.
to. What you'd have to do is create a flex schedule like they
Here
do
we
for
go.
the in-season tournament now. Remember when the Warriors lost, and then they were like, "Oh, make sure you tell everybody we have a game now next Wednesday against Utah that's not on the schedule." Like it's been
Right.
done. So the idea, and it was by Binksy in Oakland. He said, the winner of the game or the conference, they don't play their first game after the break until Friday. The loser conference, they have to play games on Tuesday or Wednesday. So by winning the All-Star game, you get an extra long weekend or an extra 2 or 3 days off before your game.
So, in other words, all the games right after the All-Star game would have to be in conference games, and everybody who runs an arena just fell over and barfed on their shoes.
No doubt.
Like that's
How'd they do it for the in-season
And
tournament?
every player
What's that?
who is
but they
in.
did it for the in-season
So I'm
tournament.
Kevon Looney and I'm in Cancun.
Sure.
And now I got to
Wow.
give a crap about whether or not Steph Curry
Why don't you
tries
get
to
on the
play?
phone and give your boy a pep talk?
Right.
Because it's a big game, and I want to stay a little longer.
So I need Carl Anthony Towns to get a stop in the
my God.
fourth
He just
quarter
scored again.
in order to not
That
have my
guy.
vacation cut short.
Who bothered you more in the All-Star
It
game?
wouldn't be cut short.
Carl Anthony Towns, who's like, look at me, I scored
Him.
50.
Get 50.
Or Dame Lillard, who's sitting there with 33 points. Halliburton in his home arena has 32, and with less than a minute to go, Lillard's like, I'm going to take 2 more threes so that I get the MVP award instead of the hometown guy.
It's Anthony Towns.
Oh, my
because in
God.
the
They're
NBA,
both
in the
nauseating.
association, you know this, we have a pecking order where Halliburton, I don't care where the game is. It's not your time to be
This
MVP.
is hometown.
I'm Dame Dalla. It's time that
You're not even the
bring
best
home
player on
trophy.
your own team,
Doesn't
Dame
even
Dalla.
matter.
Speaking of which,
And the cat gets 50 in a losing effort.
and he was going for
I
it.
mean,
How I wanted to take a
36 shots
shower
or something?
Where I know Fitchy was like, "Where's that during the week?"
The whole thing is
It's just
a bad watch.
One thing we
It's
do
just
need to
a bad
highlight,
watch.
and hopefully this is our defensive play of the week. Steph Curry with a block shot. Okay, let's put some respect on his
Right.
name.
And
He's
then-
old school.
Well, don't forget though,
Thank
there
you.
was one time that I saw Nikola Jokic cross half court. He did it one time. He
On
did it
accident?
he lost his
Luka Willard.
spatial awareness. He's like,
Where
oh crap! I went over the line. I mean,
The
what are we-
ball's kryptonite. Like he threw it, just get it off me.
actually sort of dug Jokic in the game because I'm like, you care as much as I do.
Right.
Like Nikola Jokic captured the essence of how much I cared about what was going on. He's just out there flopping around like a kid
I
with an
gave this
inner
to
tube
Steiny.
in a swimming pool.
I like that. I gave this to Steiny. How much is the three ball and the volume that they're flung at now ruin this game?
Well, they don't know what else to do.
And, man,
You
No, it's
can't.
ruined the whole game.
You can't drive
That's
to
what
the,
he
you
said.
can't drive to the cup and finish impressively when there's no one in front of you. Wow. So they just shoot a three.
Wow.
And I said this years and years ago. What the NBA needs to do to fix the game in general is widen the court by about 2 to 4 feet. Make the corner three a real three.
Man.
Because right now the corner three
A joke.
it's like a layup, and it's a make or miss league. And if you don't make it, well, then the other team has a run out the other way, and they've got 4-on-3 or 5-on-4. So widen it out, make the corner three a real three, and even Steiny, I would say, make the normal three not 23-6. Let's make it 25 again. That would open up
man.
all of the mid range, and that would make it so all these posers who sit out there and shoot threes get off the 3-point
It's just
line.
bad.
And I do want to highlight the great job by Tony Brothers and his crew officiating the game. I thought they did a good job of letting him play on Sunday.
Did you see what he did to
Was
Halliburton?
it 2
When he
fouls or 3?
mimicked his shot.
Might have been 3.
Trae Young committed a foul, and I swear to God, the Eastern Conference sent him on a lap outside the arena. He didn't come back. I don't know if he got back in the game.
The only
God, Trae.
time they called fouls was when they knew that they needed to sub people in.
That is-
Because they weren't missing and nobody was throwing the ball away, so you had to.
And
you know,
Adam Silver you could tell is bothering him. Like
Oh, God.
Larry Bird Saturday night. Just,
Yeah.
I have
he
nothing
created
to-
this.
How did Jason
He
Tatum
created
just
this
meet Larry
problem.
Bird for the first time?
What is that?
Larry, you're Gary Radnish. Where are you?
He's not in Boston.
No, but
Lives
come
in
to a
Indiana.
game or
I
a
know,
finals
but
game and
like
meet
the
the
greats-
Did you ever see Bird? He's socially awkward. Like,
Yeah, but
doesn't-
he
you know why
hasn't
they call
been.
Bird
I
Bird?
couldn't believe
Like they haven't brought him back to
don't
like
know what
retire
happened.
or celebrate something.
That
at
drop
least.
didn't make the
Willard,
trip.
that
You
is
telling me Larry
weird.
Bird doesn't at least once a year end up in Boston
Once,
to be
Steiny,
congratulated
once.
for something?
Yeah,
and
Tatum's,
he didn't.
It's in the off season. Tatum's gone.
Yeah.
Timsy says the first
Bird's
time
been trying
I
to
got
catch
meet
up with him for years now. Why are we seeing Patrick Baldwin Jr. highlights?
Because they were great. It's all.
And no,
he
and
made a bunch
last
of baskets.
thing about the NBA, I send each one of you are special to me. So I got IG videos of different subject matters I send to all three of you.
Yeah, you do. Thank you.
There are some dunkers out there, regular Joes, that I think is fixed. Like, this is trick. There's no way these guys are dunking like that. If McClung can be in the dunk contest and not in the league, just open it up for the guys that, you know, are doing dunks, Willard. I don't know if you've seen them.
called
They're
and one.
incredible.
Yeah.
Is
Go
it
watch
and
and one. Go watch that crap.
I hate that one.
I
Watch that
think though,
crap. Just
I
like
ain't the guy that
All-Stars.
dresses
this is
everything.
unfortunate reality because
This is bad.
All-Star Weekend is coming here. It does generate a lot of money. I have 2 sons who were into it. Like they wanted to watch
Yeah.
And
certain
they-
parts of the game. Partially because one of them is old enough to where he's like, I did a little parlay,
Oh,
Dad.
look
Like,
at- oh,
okay,
boy.
Whoa,
he's 17,
whoa.
whatever.
Like
He's got
cops.
those little. He's got a
Yeah.
little app that he throws. You know,
I got the east to the under, Dad.
He's got. I got $2. I got Giannis over 6 assists. I'm like, you're gonna lose. But anyway, so that's fine. They're still into the majesty of the, you know, like the stars are bigger than
Yeah.
life thing. But as a NBA fan at our age, I was like, the whole thing is just missable. Like
Yeah,
I
no
don't,
doubt.
I
Except
didn't.
for Steph versus Sabrina.
Absolutely, which
That
is
would've
why
been the best
thing
Which
that
is
was going.
well, the first thought that came to my mind, if you want to and the only thought because I gave it about a minute.
You're right.
I'm like, if you wanted to make this game better, I'd watch it if Sabrina and Caitlin were playing in it. I'd watch that.
Right.
What
You know,
about the
for a
And
quarter.
Asia and,
three
you know,
on three
yeah.
Ice Cube? Nah.
All right.
If they ain't playing 5-on-5, they ain't playing 3-on-3.
The whole thing is just just missable.
Either jump the whole
Sweating
thing up.
profusely.
Steiny's hurting too.
I got the chills.
Did you what, are you sick?
I'm just feeling a little run down, Mark.
Well,
Yeah.
you've been through a lot.
Yeah, no doubt. Couple plane
You've been
trips.
through a lot,
Yeah.
man.
We'll let you go, Steiny.
No golf, too, in 3 weeks. That's what's really getting
I
me.
appreciate that you said that though, instead of just putting the bag on the shoulder and looking away.
Does that make you feel better?
A little.
Take the rest of the day
little.
off. Steiny.
Why is Dibs in a referee shirt?
I don't know, but I'm terrified.
It's about damn time.
I'm terrified. I don't like it at all.